Greetings, this is Coach Charlene. I thought I'd come live just for a little bit and just to talk about my business, The Wellness Whisper, and why I created it. Many of you know that I've been in the nursing profession over 32 years. I actually started out in the military. And in the military, I was only 17 actually when I joined. I tell a story about that on my podcast, When the Moment Chooses You. So you got to go back and check it out. But that step, me going into the military, has really transformed my life. I mean, there were so many lessons that I learned while I was in the military. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because moments, we think that our moments sometimes are just moments, just fleeting moments, just going by and just occurring. But there's some strategic things happening a lot of times. We just don't recognize it. I never would have recognized at 17 years old when I was walking to the mall and I saw that sign that said $25,000 Army College Fund, that I would have joined the Army. But there's something in me that drew me to that office. I signed up for the early entry program, and voila, after I graduated, off I went. Now, I was number 8 in my class. And so I did very well in school, but I just couldn't find the resources to go to school. So I saw that, and that was like a trigger, like, oh my goodness, that can be what I can do. And I'm telling you, that was one of the best moves in my life. And in retrospect, I think that everything that I have gone through in my life has gotten me to this moment. And so don't discount your moments. Your moments are intentional, deliberate, and on purpose. Now, I know some of them are horrible. Some of them are very difficult. But when you allow yourself to move through the trauma of it, the challenge, the anger of it, you will see the light at the end of the tunnel of that situation. And so here I am, off into the military. That kind of dipped me into I was a medic in the military, and I worked in a hospital in San Francisco in pediatrics, which was like amazing. I loved it. And so I knew that I had found something that I really wanted to do when I was a kid. I wanted to be a nurse or a flight attendant. And obviously the nurse won. And so I decided to go on this journey. Now, I had no idea, I did not write out my goals. I did not know anything about that at that time. And so I just began to start following my heart where that was leading. And, after I got out of the military, which I wanted to get out early because I had my money for school, so I was able to start going to nursing program. But, life is going to life. So never think that things are going to be easy. There will always be challenges in our life. This is the human experience. Suffering is in the human experience. Joy is in the human experience. So when things don't go right, don't throw in the towel. Just hang in there. Begin to build yourself up with self-development, personal development, so that you can be a better human being. One of my significant things that I had to do, which I learned from my mom and my dad, was to improve my spiritual walk, my walk with God. That's who has made me who I am today, because when challenges come, I have something that I can lean on. I am not without hope. And so you have to find what that is for you. You have to have some type of spiritual fortitude to deal with all of the challenges that we face today. So as I continue my journey, I start thinking about purpose like never before. And I like how Dr. Miles Monroe describes purpose as your original reason for being, the original intent of a thing. And so when you think of purpose, like what is the purpose of acorn? What is the purpose of oxygen? Everything comes with a purpose. And so you need to find out what is your purpose. There's something in your heart that's crying out for you to do. So as I continued my journey, I was listening to different people. I am an avid learner. I love learning things and finding out different perspectives and stuff like that. So I was on a quest to understand purpose, to unpack vision, because I love vision. Vision is the ability to see beyond your eyes, not this current situation, but to actually see into the future of what things could be for you. And I think in this life, you have to have vision because challenges are all around us. Sometimes our eyes can become a trap from what we really, really want in our heart. So that's why you can't believe your eyes all the time. And so here I go on my journey as a nurse. And I had a wonderful career in my nursing. I have to say it was amazing. And through that journey, I talk about some of that in my book about the different experiences that I had. I had a lot of negative experiences, many that I did not put in the book. But what I wanted to show that what you go through does not define who you are. There's many of those experiences that I could have allowed hatred to reside in my heart. But guess what? I chose not to do that. I chose to let love lead the way. And the only way that I was able to do that was because my mom and dad, they taught me love. God is love. So my relationship is one of love. And so I think about being a brand. I always share this when I speak somewhere. I can go to any Starbucks in the world, supposedly, and I can order my favorite drink, and it can come out exactly the same no matter where I am. That's the brand of Starbucks. And so I remember one time I went to this one little cafe and it had the Starbucks logo up there. And so I got my drink because I was like, okay, well, there's the Starbucks. So I'm going to get my drink. And let me tell you, I wanted to like puke because it did not taste like the brand. And I could tell, see, they had built trust with me because I know that wherever, no matter where I am in United States or in a foreign country, I can get that drink and it will taste the same. It did not taste the same. So it was just like the logo. So the logo was, I mean, the Starbucks logo was there, but their brand was not there. And so as I start looking at that, I have a coach, Coach Al Hollingsworth, and he taught about brand and he taught about like brand management and how that's your reputation and all of that. And so I remember telling myself, you know what, I want to represent a brand of love, a brand of peace. And that's what I want Charlene to be. I don't want to leave your presence and then you're like, oh my God, she was so toxic. I want to be able to leave your presence and you feel different. You feel inspired. You feel more peace. You feel more love. And so that was really important to me. So when you start talking about you developing yourself, and you know, I'm going somewhere with this because I think it's really important for us to develop ourselves. When I decided to start Wellness Whisperer coaching and consulting company, it was with the intent to help people to become the highest expression of themselves as a nurse, as a physician, as a tech, as a secretary, as a unit assistant, whatever your position is. I believe that there's highest expression of yourself that you can develop that will make you have a more positive experience at work, even in the midst of the darkness in the system. Okay, did you catch that? I believe that as I develop myself in every area, that when I go into my job, my organization, that I can still be the brand that I have worked on in the midst of all of the stuff that's going on. And so I think that's the heart of really what I want to do. I want to come in, I want to help people. There's a framework that I have and it's super awesome because it fits with my brand, and my brand is really of the heart. I love the heart. I love the heart of healthcare. I love the heart of humanity. And I know that we have been through so much that there's challenges that have caused us to be not so healed, traumatized, depressed, discouraged, frustrated, ready to quit, and all of that. So that's really what I want to do. So there's a heart framework, and it's HEART. H is for healing, E is for engagement, A is for authentic presence, R is for resilience, and T is for transformation. Now, on the other side of those acronyms, I want to move from healing to hope. I want to move from engagement to empowerment. I want you to move from authentic presence to awakened. I want you to move from resilience to renewal. And also the last one, from transformation to transcendence. And I believe that anything that I do will have components of the heart framework in there to help you to get to that desired spot because your well being matters. I want you to reprioritize your well being so that you can be an amazing individual that's fulfilled even in the midst of the challenges that you're facing. So, thank you so much. And I will see you over at the next chapter. So, I'm going to be doing these little short videos. So, this one, I am actually in Pennsylvania. I just finished helping a hospital with some consultation work. So, I am available for consultation. So, you can look me up at Wellness Whisperer Consulting.com. And my email there is info@wellnesswhisperer.com. And also, you can find me on my new show, The Whispers of Wellness. And then I also have When the Moment Chooses You, a podcast, and a new book out. You have to get the new book that I just referenced in this video. And I want to know your thoughts about it. I'm going to do a live reading really soon. So let me know your thoughts about my book. And I would love to hear your review on Amazon. If you want a bulk order, because I honestly think these are really great gifts for healthcare workers. So if you want a bulk order, you can also contact me at info@wellnesswhispererconsulting.com. All right, you have a wonderful day. And remember, your well-being starts within. It's an inside out job, and I want to help you with it. All right, take care.